Hopefully, you're having a good week. Not like there's anything going on in the world or anything to discuss, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Before we get rocking and rolling, I wanted to let you guys know that Govs Radio appreciates everybody that listens in to all the shows. And also Teespring. If you go to teespring.com, scroll down to Govs Radio, you'll find all of your favorite shows on there, from Knock 'em Dead Comedy to Domestic Disturbance to Three's Company to Limo Talk. There's a lot of merch, shirts and mugs and hats and stuff like that. Pick out the one you like. If you take a picture of yourself in one of those lovely shirts or hats or holding your mug, send it in through the site. You can put it into Govs Radio as well. And they're picking the sixth person who sends in a picture to get them free tickets to a show at Governor's. Those clubs will be opening soon. We got McGuire's, we got the Brokerage, and we have Governor's in Levittown. So teespring.com, Govs Radio, pick your favorite show, and have at it. Don't be afraid to spend some money. So, how's everybody doing? We have a little bit of a busy week with, and excuse me while I multitask, I'm going to try to get us live on the radio and on Facebook Live. You can catch us here. I was going to grill my buddy Bozy here about some things. So after he's done allegedly finishing up work, which I'm honestly not buying, I'm sure he probably is in a little bit of a skirmish trying to get out of his tab at the strip club, as usual. But we'll see. So we got a lot of crazy stuff going on, right? We got the riots and looting and protesting. We had this horrible incident with Mr. Floyd and the police, which created a lot of crazy stuff. We had some wonderful photography moments yesterday with our president. But I think we're going to start out today talking a little bit about, and I guess Bozy can chime in when he comes, about why in God's name he only has an AM radio in his vehicle. I'm not even sure why anybody would listen to AM radio. So feel free to pop some questions in if you got them. And, we can ask Bozy together. I've made fun of him before in the past. I think it's probably because he either is not bright enough to work a satellite radio or an FM radio, or the radio was already on AM when he got the truck and the station was set and he didn't know how to change it. I love the guy, but I'm not going to him for tech help. So I'm assuming he's still searching on his dial trying to find Imus, and I'm pretty sure Imus has been dead for a while. And that's Bozy. So we take the good with the bad with Mr. Bozy. But we're going to get to the bottom of it when he gets on. Also, I would like anyone who is on Facebook Live, I am of the belief that IPAs, as far as a drinking beverage, are absolute trash. I might be in the minority on this, but I am curious to see what people say. So feel free to please get your questions in, and let's do it. I'm going to share right now. Bear with me 1 second, please. Put these comments on. And let's see. As I pick on Bozy's technology, mine is just as bad. And here we go. Sharing it. Let's do it. Okay. So, if you got a question, if you feel like, I am being too harsh, too critical on IPAs, I would love your opinion. I am of the belief that if I go out drinking with my friends, I want to drink something that taste good. If I wanted to do shots or guzzles of salad dressing, I would just stay home and eat salad dressing. That's what an IPA tastes like to me. Or a really shitty perfume. So one of the perfumes you buy at like Penn Station on the way home on Christmas Eve because you forgot to give grandma a gift, that's typically what IPAs taste like to me. If you're one of those people who loves all that hoppy and fruity and all that other stuff, Godspeed to you, but oh my God, I think they're brutal. So I will take any questions. Anybody wants to defend themselves about why they drink IPAs. I've seen all different flavors. And wait a minute, I think we have a developing situation. We might have my buddy Bozy here right now. Let's see if we get him in. Mr. Bose? Are you there, buddy? Hello there.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you, man? I was just talking about it's a beautiful picture of me and my golf trip. I love it.
Hey, listen, don't forget, Rich, you got to plug my show. Go to GothamGoldCondom.com. Don't forget, Graz.com. I touch myself in the corner.com. By the way, do you know how to spell .com? Just want you to know that. I'm sitting over here in the I don't even know if this is O'Toole or Flannery room. I'm hanging out over here. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Did I miss? Is there something brewing with the Bose and the Graz?
.com. I don't know if you could listen, Rich. If you could do me a favor, and that piece of shit, Jeff Bosey. Can you share my show? .com. Just when you get a chance, okay?
What did you do to this guy?
Listen, I'm waving to you here. .com.
What happened, Bose? What did I miss?
Everything is all in good hands.
I'm gonna try to get us.
.com.
Gonna try to get us centered here, bud. Hang on.
Oh my God.
Gonna try to get us centered here. Our technology gets better every week, man.
You got to let me know if they can hear me because I got the earplugs in today. So if they don't hear me, then I got to rip them right out.
All right, hold on. Are we looking? Why are we not full screen? I don't get it.
Dude, I have no idea why we're not full screen. You got to adjust the picture.
Nah, you know what? It's weird because on Facebook we come in side by side, but on the other thing we come in.
Oh, so long as it's on Facebook, that's as long as it matters.
Well, yeah, because that's the one that's all screwy.
What, the Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it www.com?
That is priceless. So what happened? Did you guys have a little to do?
Well, no, I mean, like, I get a kick out of it. I mean, like, every day I have, me being an essential worker and all, I have to deal with all the crap that goes on and people posting their garbage. And, and then Graz goes ahead and he's promoting his show like he normally does. And he's got his Graz army, out there, giving a helping hand, but and he goes like, and what was it? And still no Jeff Bosey, like he was glorified and happy about it, I mean,
well, yeah. What's that all about? Why are we picking on my boy the Bose? I don't get it.
I have no idea. I mean, I was out there busy, like trying to go ahead and steal Coach bags and everything because they're giving them out today at local stores. So and all I'm trying to do is when everyone's out there looting, I'm just trying to give a helping hand, and point them to the right direction. Like GothamGold.com.
Were you really were you looking for a Coach bag? Because you seem like a Coach bag kind of guy.
Well, it does go with the underwear that I wear. So
I'm shocked you even wear underwear.
Well, I mean, okay, we can hear you. Good. Someone responded and said that they can hear us.
Well,
or me in general.
Listen, let's get down to the fun stuff. Enough about the Lime Talk, whatever that show is. Let's talk about .com. I got you. I don't know why somebody would pick on the Bose, but the living legend, Jeff Bosey, by the way, the living legend.
Thank you. Yes.
So, Bose, I started out just before you came in talking about the fact that you have like an AM radio in your truck. Now,
Yes.
I thought it was for one of three reasons. One, you didn't know how to work another radio. Two, you have another radio, but that radio is actually on AM and it was stuck there and you didn't know how to change it. Or three, you're just too cheap to get another radio.
Well, all of the above, to answer your question, honestly, and it's still to the point of where it's the push button select. Do you remember those?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That ages myself. In case anybody was wondering, I am in my 90s. I still look decent enough, you know.
not really. Not so
But
much.
yeah, I mean, I the reason why I listen to AM radio is because I'm getting tired of hearing the same. Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses and the Beatles songs. It's the same thing over and over again. And I'm not going to put on, like I said, I'm not going to put on the other radio stations that are paying like today's greatest garbage. It's not happening. I can't listen to it.
What do
I'd
you
rather
listen
go ahead
to?
and be my. Well, I have. I go ahead and I have my own little playlist of maniacal things. It could go. Listen, my ears for music goes everywhere. It doesn't. It doesn't
No.
like
AM radio though. You're not getting a lot of music. What are you listening to on AM radio?
Well, they have 1560 Disney.
Okay, that explains a lot about why you can't go by schools. Okay,
Well, hey, listen, I was just rolling with the punches from previous conversations.
Jesus.
But
15.
no, I mean,
Wait, hold
yeah,
on. 1560. That is. I want to write that. Let me get that down
Yeah.
over here.
yeah. No, I'll listen to like I said, if it's a radio station, it's usually the 1010 wins. It's usually 880. It's usually 7. You know, those stations where they either throw around local news and or Republican jargon or
Oh.
Democratic jargon also.
Oof,
So,
okay. So my second thing was this. I'm taking a firm stand here.
yes.
I don't know what your take is. I know you usually when we're out and you're drinking, you're a Jack and Coke guy, I believe.
Yes.
I bought several of them. I've seen you. I know you try to have one maybe a month or so, but I am under. My opinion is that I think IPA beer is trash. I can't drink it. It's terrible. But I wanted to see what our listening audience of 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 or whatever thought about IPAs. What do you
Right.
think about IPAs?
I use them as toilet cleanser.
You don't like IPAs either, huh?
No, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I try my best to run to Croxley's, and then I sit there and go, you just give me the Jack and Coke. I'm good, thank you.
Right.
So
So you're not a hoppy beer drinking guy either.
no, if I wanted to taste my own acids, I would try a Lindsay Lohan and throw my fingers down my throat.
Ooh, nice.
You know, I mean-
I feel like to
So-
me it's either perfumey or very like salad dressing kind of taste. Not a fan whatsoever.
Yeah, it's almost acidic.
I've
and,
also had some that I feel like you have to chew them. Some of them are like these. They get these like it's a oatmeal chocolate fish gravel something IPA. It's all chalky and blah. I can't be bothered with that. I don't know if you've ever tried one of those porter ones or something.
Listen, if I wanted to find the time to have it come in and go out the back end
Yep.
as quickly as possible. Like I said, if I needed a drinkable enema, I would run right to and pick up a 6-pack. But until that time, I'm going to stick with a man's drink, which is either Jack on the Rocks or Jack and Cokes or just Jack, anything with Jack Daniels. I'm good.
All right. Well, we got we got a few feedbacks here. Let's see. We got we have Arnie Price, who said chocolate milk and rum, which I'm not sure who's drinking that, but that sounds like something you sneak in when the babysitter's not looking or something.
And that's to the babysitter.
That's crazy. Greg DiFilippo would like to know if you're listening to the Jehovah Witness station.
Yes. .com.
.com. uh,
Yeah.
I want to dive into this a little bit.
Yes.
You and Graz, you were essential part there. What did I miss? What happened?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was on his was it a car 50 car pile up crashing and everything, and then it was a good little run. He introduced me into this, and then I don't know. Lately, he's been like picking me apart piece by piece. But apparently he wants to be another. That way he wants to be another Rich Rada, and it's just
R squared. See it?
Yeah, R squared.
Yeah.
Look at you. And like I said, I mean, it's just he apparently he needed to go ahead and he proclaimed his crown on Facebook bully again. I guess I don't know. I mean, like I will go home and cry on my big pillow and bite it a little bit.
Is it a Graz body pillow?
No, it's a My Pillow. Brought to you by GothamGold.com.
Nice.
So
hey, by the way, the lovely picture you have behind you of that handsome fella.
Yes.
Do you know the story?
Yes.
Do you know the story behind the red nose?
No. Tell me about your Patch Adams moment.
Do you see you see the necklace, the little lanyard necklace?
Yes.
Okay. So on my golf trips with my friends, what we do is whoever shoots the worst round that day has to go to happy hour wearing that red nose with a toilet bowl shot glass around their neck.
What kind of
it's not
backwards,
pretty.
upside down fraternity are you trying to join?
This is what happens when guys reach over 50 and have nothing left to cling to.
Yeah, I mean, other than their prostate. I mean, seriously.
Listen, it could be worse. I mean, I'm probably a couple of years away from listening to AM radio in my car. But
hey, listen.
Right now we have this.
When you get down to my financial level, you give me a call on my my rotary. I don't know. I mean, speaking of my my promotional things that I'm doing here for you. I mean, like, listen, who wouldn't serve as a better leader of the free world than you? I mean, you're so intelligent, you're so intuitive, and I mean, hey, lately everyone has a little ADD on what's going on. It
does make a good bumper sticker. I'm not going to lie to you. A dick's dick would be a great bumper sticker.
Tell me about it. I mean, doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah. I don't know if I would go with that photo, though. I want something a little bit less seductive. I mean, that's kind of hot. You got to admit, that's going to, that's going to drive people a little crazy.
Hey, listen, it's that whole thing. What was it? A flavor saver, so.
Nice. So, I also saw you had a little run-in on social media with somebody from Candyland.
Listen, I mean, well, we'll get to him in a minute. I mean, it's funny the way that the world is going as of recent days. It actually reminded me of a scene from a movie. I think it was Die Hard 3. And, where he had to go up against Hans Gruber's brother, and he's making him Bruce Willis run around all New York City trying to find these bombs. And then, then he goes ahead and he grabs this kid running out of a store, and he yells at the kid. He's like, "Hey, what do you want to do? You want to go to juvie for some Skittles?"
And you're going to get in trouble for Skittles.
Exactly. But the thing is, and the kid replies saying, "Wait, what do you want? There's no cops around. It's like Christmas time."
Right. Right. Hey,
and I was like,
by the way, this might sum up my my exact feeling on IPAs. Okay.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Darren Dillon, the voice of reason. Okay, got to give him credit.
Okay.
He said IPAs are for Brooklyn hipsters that were still virgins in their 30s. I mean, is he wrong?
No, he hit the nail right in the head. Right. I mean, and also I greatly to learn that he's a fellow Queens Village person, such as myself from years back, and had to endure the monstrosity and the aggravation of our diverse town that we used to live in many years ago. But we decided to move out of that area, and we haven't been back since, and we're not butthurt about it. We're
now, by not being back since, you mean not allowed back?
Well, that stays true for me. I'm not too sure, and I cannot speak for Mr. Dillon there.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he's allowed back because he's not you. But you know,
Once again, you hit the nail right on the head. That was his exact words.
Yeah.
You know, like he could have grown up and wound up being like a Bosie.
ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, Greg DiFilippo also wants to know why Graz is bullying Bozy. He said everyone loves Bozy.
You know, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I bring Graz everywhere I go. Yeah.
So you weren't really late because you were parking the truck. You were late because you were prepping your Graz care package.
Well, no, listen, I had the stuff all spread out on the table ready, but I had to, go outside. I had to put the truck in the building so that doesn't get looted, or burnt to the ground. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I'm not up to the times with all the millennials running around and going, "We're going to burn the place down."
.com. Right.
Well,
so Bose, let's obviously, my thoughts. We've had this discussion very briefly, but one of my favorite things in the world is how every over 40 white male on Facebook and Caucasian females too are the loudest voices when it comes to racial tensions. Because if anyone understands the plight of the non-white person, it's the 40-year-old and above white person on Facebook. So I laugh all the time because it's just comical. They love to throw the all the crazy posts around, and you just got to browse past them and scroll because you lose your mind. But come on, some of them are funny.
Listen, true, very true. But the one thing I have learned being a part of the over 40 group is walk away. Don't comment.
It's tough.
Don't say anything.
It's tough.
Keep all of that insanity and anything that you want, like your opinions, keep them to yourself. Nobody hear them.
We got breaking news.
Oh shit! Here we go. Arnie Price is going to give out malt liquor at his next garage show.
Anthony Grazadeh is saying that Bozy is bullying me. He's saying you're bullying him. So, we take a hard line stance at No Rhyme, No Reason about bullying. So I hope that hand is going to be the funniest thing ever. So you better play nice.
That's what I'm telling you because, sometimes, feelings get hurt and I understand what you're laughing at. Feelings get hurt and, it takes a lot to, hurt me. But I mean, sometimes you push the buck too far.
The only time I've seen your hands that small is when the check for drinks came.
Listen, but don't forget, you can also find all these drinks located at a local website. .com. And don't forget, it's definitely brother.
Bose, I think in the spirit of No Rhyme, No Reason, you should be the bigger man, and I think you should just make amends with Graz.
Well, I definitely will try to give him a call later.
He's listening. He's listening in.
Oh, he is? Listen, Graz, I do apologize. I did mention to him I would like to have him on our show on the 30th, if that's all possible. We'll discuss his schedule, your schedule, our schedule, and the schedule of No Rhyme, No Reason, and see if we can get him in, because I do know that next week, and we'll discuss that later on, we're supposed to have
we will. We got some special guests next week.
Yes, special guests.
We do.
But back to like I said, listen, this is all in tongue-in-cheek fun. If anything, Graz knows I love him, and he's definitely one of the people and reasons why I decided to even venture anywhere near Gov's radio station. So seriously, a big thank you to Graz. And he is also.
So you're saying
something
I should hate Graz for getting you near Gov's radio.
Listen, we all need something to comfort us every now and again. And I'm going to make sure when we all get together on the 26th that Oh, sorry.
I'm just
That,
saying, hey,
that
Bose, if you're using those hands for a pleasuring thing, I mean, I just think you might be a little off on your measurements.
yeah, I know this the hand is way too big. Um, but he is holding supposedly it's not set in stone as of yet, or from what I heard, he is holding an event to try to go out and help others. He's always been out to try to put together like little events to make sure that certain people got taken care of. I mean,
That's
like
right.
I remember it was about a year, 2 years ago. He did Boots on the Ground charity.
Yep.
So I mean, the guy's he's definitely awesome, And if you ever want to go ahead and follow him, just look up any old, and you'll find Graz a day.
Hey, Bose,
Yes.
I don't know if you shared us on Facebook Live, but while you're doing that,
Yes.
I got a little announcement to make.
Oh, good. You do that while I share.
Yep. So, hey, during this crazy time, I guess we're still, even though we have all this, protesting, rioting, looting, racial tensions, everything going on, we were still in the middle of a pandemic and a quarantine to boot. And Govs Radio has been doing their best to support local businesses who've been definitely impacted by all of this. Anybody who owns a business, or I hate to call them a small business because whoever you are, your business is big to you. But that one man business owner, 2-person business owner, Govs Radio definitely is there to get the word out and help support you. Today we wanted to shout out to Hopscotch Bottle Shop, Long Island Avenue, 848 Long Island Avenue in Deer Park. Phone number 631-492-9125. You could go to hopscotchny.com. This place is awesome if you've never been there. You could stop in. You can order online. You could pay over the phone. You got curbside pickup. They even do delivery. Right now, open Monday to Saturday, 12 to 9. Sunday, noon to 6. Big selection of beers. They got like 10 rotating taps. I'm sure they have the IPAs that I can't get myself to
I
wrap
was
around.
going to ask a question. Do they
Yes.
have the IPAs?
They do, and if you follow, and if you go in there after me, they'll still be there because I most likely will not buy them, but I will go and find some Guinness or something like that.
Yeah,
So
definitely, and I'll
and
definitely
Jack
go ahead.
Daniels.
Make that
Yep.
2 of us. I won't be buying
So,
any.
folks, support local businesses. Hopscotch Bottle Shop, 848 Long Island Avenue, Deer Park, 631-492-9125. Go in, mention Govs Radio. You won't get anything, but they'll smile. That's important. Bose, you are having entirely too much fun with that hand. And I'm pretty sure there's 2 of them there, and you have only shown one of them. So
I can't tell you where the other one is. I still can't tell you.
I don't want to know, brother. I don't want to know. But so listen, what's your thoughts on this whole mess? I mean, how do you think tonight's going to go down?
Listen, I'll tell you this. Speaking of Skittles and the times that we were in, I mean, listen. Unfortunately, we use social media for good. Some people use it for bad. Some people use it because they have nothing else better to do with their lives. So, I mean, I'm old school, as you know. Like I said, I mean, I go ahead and I listen to the AM radio, and I even bought one of these old things. Remember these things?
Oh, I saw one in a time capsule. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have in the front page here. Okay, smash and grab. Okay, hold on. Let me get my and it should be about soon. Okay.
Yep.
Smash and grab. All right. So people are out there. And by the way, if you mock me for having newspaper, you can go scratch, because you want to know what it is. It's called that thing reading. Try it once in a while.
Who helps you with that? I know you like the pictures, but who reads to you?
Well, I look at the front cover, then I skip right to the cartoons.
Okay. Good.
So, and with that being said, with cartooning, speaking of which, I love when you get the illustrators and they go ahead and they have to like put what's going on, the times. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like I can't remember the ones that were for like I think there was a Riley guy years ago, but he's in the Post, and anybody who reads the Post has a reading level of a 5-year-old. So the thing is, people are going ahead. They're looting places. They're not doing it. I don't know what the message is that they're trying to. I mean, like I know there's a message,
I don't
but look,
think, but Bose, I don't think they're the one. So here's my thoughts. I don't think the people that are looting are the people that are trying to send the message. They're just crazy people. To me,
they're taking advantage.
100%. But like I said today to somebody, when when uh, when a minority person says all cops and they lump them all together, everyone loses their mind. But it's okay for that same person who loses their mind to say all of these protesters are rioting and looting, which is not the case. Just like 99.9% of cops are really good people who are doing the right thing, 99% of these protesters are not looting and rioting. They're
True,
sitting.
very true.
You're seeing them kneel in the street. You're seeing them do that, right? The second thing I'd say is
Yes.
this: everyone's like, "Well, I don't know why they need to do this." Well, listen, I'll tell you why they need to do this. A couple of years ago, Colin Kaepernick, okay, decided to take a knee during the national anthem.
Yes.
Didn't start fights, riots, light anything on fire, steal anything. The guy was crucified and vilified. Okay, he was.
Yes.
They changed his whole thing was about talking about how law enforcement was unfairly treating minorities, and they
Right.
changed the entire narrative of what he was fighting for to look at him. He's kneeling during the national anthem. He's anti-military. 100% wrong.
Anti-American and anti-American.
100% wrong. If the guy didn't
Right.
care, he wouldn't be doing it, right? So now what happens? They take the flip side and they say, "Look, we tried silent protesting. We kneeled. We got wrecked. What are people supposed to do? How are you going to get hurt?" So now they protest this way, and I still think 99% of these people aren't doing anything crazy, and they get shredded anyway. So
Listen,
what's the answer?
I am all for people trying to make a movement. I am all for change, as far as if it's going to be for the good of humanity. It's for the select few that are taking advantage of a situation. And you want to know what? And I sit there and I go, if you're going to go ahead and if you want to make a statement, don't burn down people's businesses where you just got them taking away somebody's livelihood in the way that they make a living.
Sure.
If you want to make a statement, go after. You want to know what? I'm sorry. I'll be a prick. Go after places where and this is where I'm going to get shit from you.
Be careful.
Go to all. I know. I'm getting kicked out of a group in about like 5 seconds. Listen, go to go where all the rich white elitist assholes. Hold on. And I'm talking about the prestige ones where the events that you don't go to. I'm talking about you go to the after hours ones or the ones that they hold on certain days. I'm talking about the ones where they close off the entire golf course so they can go ahead and pick and plan and decide the future of this country. Go ahead, grab some shovels, take a shit, take a dump at every single golf course that there is.
Do not shit on a golf course.
And if you want to start at one, go ahead and from what you told me, go start at the Trump Links over in the Bronx. It was a shithole place anyway.
Right. Yeah, it's overpriced. I agree.
So,
I have no problem with that. I won't play there again. First of all, it's in the worst location and it's expensive.
But like I said, go after something that's sensible, and you're not going to go ahead. What are you taking away? I'm letting you know. Like, listen, you're going to wind up going ahead, and it's a statement that needs to be made. Understood, absolutely, and I agree.
That's why they're doing it.
But like I said, I mean, I'm going to use the classic, and like I said, I'm going to get so much shit. I'm going to use the classic white view. It's going to be devastation when it comes time to where the government is going to go, well, you wanted to make all of those problems and you ruined all these things. Guess where it's coming out of? Your pocket.
Listen, again, I understand. And thank God, look, I'm in the insurance business and you're in the weights and measures world. And we do this little hour a week as 168 to kill some time and hopefully, get people's minds off for shit. Thank God we don't have to make these decisions because, no offense, we would fuck it up. There's not a chance on earth we would solve this problem.
Well, I know that man right there would solve the problems.
Well, yes, but I have not, or he has not been given that opportunity yet. But
not at all.
But look, I'm hoping cooler heads prevail. I'm hoping that whether it's leaders of towns and cities and whatever, and the people, people on the police get together in law enforcement, because I really do believe that there are so many good people, and they don't. I can tell you this: everybody that I know that's on the job was disgusted by what they saw in Minneapolis with that cop. Every person I know that's been on a job, no one condones that.
No,
And
it's not
anyone,
right.
listen, and anyone who
Not
did
right.
condone that, they need to get beat with a bag of nickels. I mean, you don't condone that. But I think
Uh,
that what, unfortunately, we're in a world where we stereotype everybody, right? Like, I mean, listen, you wouldn't, there's no way on earth, that people don't now lump all police officers into this category. And there's no way on earth that everyone's not lumping all people who protest, regardless if it's silent or not, into the
yeah,
rioting and looting category. It's a
yeah.
shame. It's a shame. So
I mean,
I don't know what the answer is, man.
it's. I mean, I've been like I said. I mean, I stay up late at night. I'm watching all the videos. I watch people who comment on it. I am seriously in the the listening phase of of definitely the side of where it's been a non-ending battle for decades, years and years and years and years. Okay, I'm not putting 100 years, 400 years, whatever the number. Listen, it's an ongoing battle, and and like myself, I hope, I'm very optimistic, and I hope change does happen. I hope that everyone can go ahead and change, and for the good. I really do. I really, because like I said, I mean, I my whole thing, and the reason why, like I said, the reason why I got into comedy, okay, is to make people laugh, put a smile on their face, feel better. Okay, that's the reason why I did it. I enjoy
You'll
nothing
you'll get
more
there. You'll
than
get that
that.
person to laugh one day. Don't worry, buddy.
Yes, thank you. But as far as for I mean, like I said, this is a rough time. We're all trying to get through this, and like I said, we have it's like the shittiest year ever. I mean, between the coronavirus, between now the right,
George
the
Floyd.
killing, the killing of him, and with this cop, and like I said, and now let me ask you this, and this is going to be a possible job, I mean, impossible question to answer. What do you think about the other cops that were involved?
I watched that video, and I got to be honest with you, I didn't watch it that often, but somebody pointed out that the one guy, there was a guy yelling to the other cop, "Hey, the guy can't breathe," and the one cop stood there, face back to the action,
Yeah,
never turned around, never intervened, never did whatever. And then
nothing.
the next day, when they released that other footage of, it was like three guys on there. Look, I think, it's disgusting. I mean, listen, there's no excuse for it. No, and again, no one I know in law enforcement would ever condone that. And what are you gonna? I mean, they will be prosecuted, and hopefully they will get what they deserve, and hopefully, this, like you said, something good comes out of this. But
And let me tell you, I hope it's consecutive and not in conjunction.
yeah, concur. Yeah, they're gonna. I know they.
Concurring, yes, concurring,
But
yes. I
but
want it to be,
listen,
yeah.
look, these guys. Where are they going to go? Where their lives are, and what are they going to go to North Dakota in the middle of the woods and live happily ever after? They're done. I mean, they're toast. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, whatever happens to them, this guy lost his life. Right? He's done. There's no do over. So I don't want to not to belabor the point, but look, here's the bottom line. I'm hoping the protests stay peaceful but effective.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
hoping.
absolutely.
I'm also speaking. Look, I'll speak for my own demographic. I'm a 50 guy, Caucasian male in his 50s. I don't have the right to tell somebody who's not a white male in their 50s how they're supposed to react to something like this. But yet, everyone in my age bracket seems to think that they know better. And I say, listen, you're allowed to give your opinion, but you're not going to be right about it. You just got to let people handle this how they're going to handle it. And hopefully it doesn't get out of control. If you want to, I'm not saying don't protect your home and your car and your family, of course. But to tell people how to protest is just, That's the ultimate form of irony right there.
You know what the other problem is, and it's this. See, if anything, if I do discriminate against anything, I discriminate against age. I have found that I definitely discriminate against age, and let me tell you why. I believe that my era, it could be still hold true, but it's not as
Era or era?
prominent. Era. Era.
All right, I didn't know if you meant ERROR because, you know.
No, which I'm always in.
Exactly.
So in my era, you got your ass handed to you. You got the belt. You got something. Like I said, in the back of my ass, I could still feel the imprint of Mack trucks built Mack Tough. Okay, I could still feel that on my ass from when I got whipped as a kid. So the thing is, with these millennials, and yes, I will say it, the millennials and Gen Zs, all of those too, the ones that are like 16 and 18 or whatever those age brackets are, okay? These are the majority of the people that are involved. And these are the majority of the people who have not taken into account of their repercussions. They don't take into account of other people. They're selfish. It's a selfish two groups of generations, very selfish. They don't have the fear of anything because we waved bye-bye to the church years ago. So they don't have the fear of God. They don't have the fear of shame and what their parents could instill in them because the parents are afraid. And so what are they doing? They're going out. They're doing all of this damage because the majority, like I see, every time I see something going on in the paper that I'm looking at, it's like, I don't know, in their 20s. Every person I've seen is in their 20s. On top of it,
well, listen, no offense, but guys, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't even be able to protest and do that stuff. One, if I kneel down, I would have a hard time getting up. My knees are killing me already. And two, if I stole something, I'd have to outrun a young cop. That would be a bad foot chase for me.
And then to top it also, like I said, because once again, reading is fundamental. Remember that slogan? Okay. Yes. These two people right here. Okay.
Yep.
As you can see.
Yep.
All right. They were involved in, obviously, as you could see, the one bottle, you light it on fire. What is it? It's a Molotov.
The Molotov cocktail.
Yes. And these two people are lawyers. Okay. And once again, they are in their, 31, 32.
Well, how do you think their
millennials.
career plays out, though? I mean, come on. They you don't have to say anything. They definitely already, torched their own careers, let alone a car or something. So,
yeah. They were involved in one of the where they threw it at one of the parked New York City police vans.
I hear
and, but once again, millennials.
Yep. So, Bose, take a breather. I'm going to do a little gratuitous Govs Radio plug. Play with yourself there.
Yes, I got to calm down. Calm down.
So, listen, everybody, Govs Radio has been extremely happy and proud during this whole quarantine pandemic to hopefully provide you with a little relief during the day and get your mind off of things. And obviously, when this is over, there's still going to be some great stuff going on. But just want to give you a little update of what's cooking at Govs Radio. So, every weekday, 11 to 1, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, you got Knock 'em Dead comedy with Sally O'Neill and Tony Walker. Except for Wednesdays, right? Except for Wednesdays when you got
they have
the new
Ashland.
show, Ashland, with Danielle Asher and Eric Shevlin. Danielle, hi, who's listening in. We love Danielle, and she sings like a demon. And between her singing and Eric's bathing, I mean, I think they got something there. So 11 to 1 Monday through Friday. Yep.
Between the both of them, I have a purpose to go ahead and touch myself.
Absolutely. Mondays, 6:30 in the evening, The Steve Show. Steve and Steve. Steve's on a little hiatus, so you got Steve and Emily. Good time, 6:30 on Mondays. 8 o'clock, you got the Joe's Acoustic Mondays, the Jam Show with Joe DeJesu. Been great. I don't know if you haven't watched that, but he's excellent. Does acoustic music, really good. Tuesdays at 1:30, Govs Radio, very excited, new show, Jen and Marla's Ageless Adventures with Jen Lederer and Marla Schultz. Everyone's raving. I think today was their first show, actually, this afternoon. So tune into that 1:30 on Tuesdays. Wednesday, 7:30 at night, you got Bonnie Scalisi, Mandy Jones, and Tony Landolfi when Tony comes out of witness protection at work for being essential. You got the Three's Company show every Wednesday at 7:30. 9 o'clock, punk rap, etc. with MJ Sullivan. Thursday, 6:30, Zancuda Soul Space by Georgia Rose. And 9 o'clock-ish, we got our buddy Anthony Graziadei with Graz, Limo Talk with him, Bobby Richie, and GothamGold.com. Right. Fridays, my favorite, probably my favorite hour and a half on Govs Radio. Carla Okerson, Mike Keegan, and Tim Saliani. We got Domestic Disturbance. Lot of fun, a lot of laughs there. Saturdays, 5:30, Cars and Comedy with Tom Galati. You definitely want to check it in. And last week, Tom was nice enough to post some pictures of some really good hot wings that I wanted to climb through the screen and eat. So I don't know if he'll be doing that during comedy. But 7 o'clock, the world famous Pazuzu, Put Up, Shut Up, or Stand Up with Don Sill. You're looking at Jeff Bosey, one of the winners up. Oh, I'm sorry. No, never mind. You were a runner. No. You were on Pazuzu, though, right? Yes, you were. Okay. In addition, folks, every day at 2 o'clock right now, Govs Radio is one of their personalities or one of the comedians or somebody from Govs World is doing something called Quarantine Life and trying to, loosen up the middle of your day a little bit and give you a little look into the life of what goes on. I know everybody's bored. They're sitting home in their yoga pants and or no pants or doing whatever they do. But you can see all your favorites. You can see the Mike Keegans, the Andy Plagianos. You got Tony Walker. You got Jeff Bosey. I got another one coming up soon. Carla Okerson. You got just so many great people doing them. So tune in every day at 2 o'clock. Except Fridays, there's an extra one at 8 o'clock at night, Quarantine Life. And it's been Mandy Jones, right? Oh. And they've been doing a lot of good stuff. Mandy and her husband.
Mandy and Glenn.
Mandy and Glenn. Yes. Sorry, Glenn, for not remembering your name. But 8 o'clock on Fridays. And every Tuesday, 6:30, you get us two geniuses to sit here and shoot the shit. So tune in, Govs Radio, Facebook Live, a lot of good stuff. Thanks for tuning in every week, people. So Bose, we got 15 minutes. What's on your mind?
We got 15. Let's see here. Number one, I am really happy that the name change on Eric and Danielle's show, that was very, very, very nice. I like it. It's better than Chick Chat, I think.
Right.
I do want to say to our whoever is listening, I want to say first off, thank you. Always be safe, and if you have a little bit of time, share. Hit the like button. If you like what you see, share it. You're watching us. Do you want to watch us again? Maybe. And if you get a chance, maybe I'll reach out and. But
I'm starting to think that thing's really connected.
Well, I just can't show you where.
Nice. Nice.
But and then also I do like to know that there's a new show joining Govs Radio, and I really can't wait to meet them in person. I seriously can't wait until finally, hopefully, once we get through our phases, that we can get back in studio. We wouldn't have to go through the shenanigans of Zoom and me having to go ahead and put that on my wall.
Well, I got to be honest with you. It does make the wall look better.
It does a little.
Hey, Bose.
Yes.
I don't want to rush this announcement because I think this is pretty cool. But next Tuesday.
Yes, I am really happy about this.
Next Tuesday at 6:30, for No Rhyme and No Reason, Jeff, the living legend Bosey, and I have the privilege of being joined by Mr. Peter Bales and Mr. Rich Walker.
Yes.
Two Long Island and somewhat national comedy legends.
Yes.
Very smart guys, very funny guys. They're going to give us their, we're going to talk to them a little bit about the, what's going on in Long Island comedy and New York comedy and comedy in general, and where do they think how it's going to rebound and come back. And also, these two gentlemen also teach stand-up university for governors, and
yes.
And I got to tell you, there's a lot of comedians walking around on Long Island that took the the tutelage of Peter Bales and Rich Walker and ran with it.
Literally ran
Yes, ran with it. So
straight to the garage.
that's right. So next week we will definitely be excited for that conversation, and you know what that means: more Walker, more Bales, less Rada, less Bozy. That's always a good thing.
Yes, absolutely. I listen. I'm very happy and privileged that they're going to go ahead and join us on No Rhyme No Reason because once again, Rich Walker was my mentor in the comedy world here, and Peter Bales is amazingly
The
brilliant.
professor.
He's also a school teacher. Yes,
The professor.
He's also a school teacher too over in Queens. But we'll let him get into that. But yeah, I mean, they between them and also there's a third, Mr. Steve Lazarus, also teaches the Stand Up University. Great class, great people, and they're like I said. I mean, I can't rave enough about them. If I talk anymore, I'll be almost a stalker. Not that I don't have their address and social security card already. And Rich looks so peaceful when he sleeps. So
That's not creepy at all.
no, it's almost as creepy as but like I said,
you know damn well you're sleeping on the couch tonight with that hand, right?
I sleep with it in other places too. But then also, let's not forget that Rich Walker also has a co-production with Chris Monty on Everything Old Is New Again.
Yes.
That they release every Tuesday. Those two guys are incredibly funny. If you have a chance, go ahead and check them out. I believe they post on YouTube. Everything Old Is New by Rich Walker and Chris Monty.
So, Bose, I know we're going to touch on it next week, but for a couple of minutes before we go here, I've been seeing people posting how oh my God, comedy's dead and this is no good. I'm not buying it, man. I'm telling you, things. First of all, we don't know what's going on with vaccine treatment, et cetera, et cetera. The numbers have been coming down dramatically. Phases are starting to move ahead as on Long Island, New York, and whatever. People are listen. I don't care who you are. You've been trapped in your house for 3 or 4 months with somebody else. You are going out. You're going to a club. You're going to a bar. You're going to a restaurant. You are not staying home and doing yard work anymore or playing Yahtzee with the family for 6 days a week. So I think it's going to bounce back. And are they going to shoehorn 400 people into a room?
No.
But you could have a pretty good night of comedy with 250 people in that same room and some great laughs and food and drink. So I think Governors, all three of the clubs, McGuire's, Brokerage, and Governors are gonna come back strong because I think people are going to be looking to laugh when this is over.
I am eager on my end to get back, not only just to be able to perform again and make people laugh and have a good time.
Oh, you do comedy?
Sometimes I've been known to dabble in it a little bit.
I just dabble. That would have been a good time for that little hand to come up.
Yeah, I mean, because I can't wait to go ahead and sit with you in the bar and then and pick up the tab.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I love doing shows with you, but I will say this.
Yeah.
But I will say this. As good as the shows are, and listen, again, you know me, I tell it like it is. We are average at best on stage, okay? But after a show by the bar, we have as much fun as anybody. So I'm looking forward to that again because the knock jokes are great that you tell on stage. Don't get me wrong.
Well, those are my pure quality knock jokes. Listen, and I don't want to tell you that they were Google found. These are originals, straight from the door.
Yep.
So, but I'm curious to see. I'm really curious to see what it looks like inside because I heard that things have changed inside the club, and I'm really curious to see what that atmosphere and what the protocols are, and where where's our new what do we do in the green room? Do we have a green room? Do we they call us from outside and say, "Come on in, you're next." I don't know. I'm really
Oh,
curious
that
to see
would
what
be that. You get
it.
one of the, like when you go to a crowded restaurant and they give you the buzzer, you just go wait outside. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny that you bring that up. And real quick,
If
I
you
noticed that
wait,
the
don't say it. If you bring
oh,
up Chili's,
I'm
you
no, no,
do
no, no,
not
no,
bring
no.
up Chili's.
Wait. I have noticed that they have looted several things out there, all stores, Target, Macy's, not at Chili's.
Hey, by the way, Bose,
Yes.
tell me you saw this woman yesterday. This is the best, okay? And I'm not I know it's look, it's horrible. They're breaking into stores, whatever. But in the midst of this chaos, there was a woman. There were people running in all different directions, right? There was like literally tear gas on the other side of the street, okay?
Yeah.
Probably rubber bullets flying, and this woman is walking down the sidewalk carrying a sponge cake, no box, just carrying the cake like she just stole it, and she's sauntering down the sidewalk with it. I mean,
No, I
that
did not
is
saw that.
that is calmness, my friend. If you could steal that and do that, that's a
That
lady you want to
listen,
be in a foxhole with. Is all I'm saying.
absolutely. I mean, no, I my best one that I saw was there was a woman who robbed. I don't know what kind of store it was, but went inside, robbed the place. It's robbing, it's stealing.
Right.
Stole some items, but she left her car parked in the intersection while she ran in to grab some stuff, and then like it was nothing. Like that was the parking spot, the
Yep.
intersection
Yep.
of where, and then loaded up the car. And the guy was like, "Hey, what do you got? What'd you get there?" It's like, I think what she said was, "I got mine," and I was like, "Oh,
It,
okay, fine."
it's crazy. Hey, Bose, just a
Yes,
quick shout out. I want to thank. We got uh, Joan Krupiasha, and we got Joanne Dugan and Danny. I can't pronounce your name. Rzinski, who claims that Eric Shevlin is the funniest guy at Cubs Radio. Daniel Asha, Will Romero, Don Sill, Ronnie Welch, my buddy Frank Savelli.
Will L. Romero, Derek Mutaspor,
Everybody, we appreciate you guys
Dan
listening
Dugan.
in. We're still trying to find our footing here. This is like our, this is probably, if you ask the people at Govs Radio, this is probably 5 shows too many. I think we're on our 6th.
Yeah.
But but honest, when we're in studio and the technology and the lighting is better, we look so much more handsome, I think. And,
Yeah.
When Bozy doesn't get a haircut on his deck and I actually get a haircut, we'll be so much better. But you get what you get. I mean, listen, you're not paying for this, all right? You're tuning in on Facebook. You get what you get, okay?
Exactly.
So, Bose, anybody on social media besides Skittles or Skitley, the French guy, is there anyone else that you would like to mention before we leave as the social media hero or putz of the week? We got a minute and a half.
You know what? You're gonna have to run through this one because I only know one person basically that's been on my my radar today.
And by the way, we didn't forget about Danielle Asher, but because she lives 700 miles from out east, we want to reward her with a different prize for being our sharing person. So listen, anyone this week, by tomorrow, within 24 hours, that's what we're doing. Within 24 hours, the person who Jeff Bozy decides shared the show the most is going to get an $25 Amazon gift card. And Danielle,
I will be looking.
And Danielle Asher, you, my dear, have your choice between one of those, or if you'd like to accompany Mr. Bozy to Chili's, take the Amazon gift card. Take the Amazon gift card.
Listen, I am always there to go ahead, and I will hold the door for anyone that would come with me to Chili's. So, but with it, listen, I think we're almost at.
We got about 30 seconds, buddy.
Listen, everybody, stay safe out there. Try to stay sane. Please come back, watch us again. 6:30 to 7:30. No rhyme, no reason.
Next week, great show. Peter Bales, Rich Walker, professional comedians. We're lucky they're hanging out with us hacks. We love them guys. Thanks to Anthony Grazade for breaking bread and the olive branch that he gave to my buddy Jeff Bozy, because the tension was just